for that sunblock. I mean, for that isopol, which has numbed my mouth. Not too bad. I didn't like it as much as the ice cream. But it's a lot cheaper than ice cream. So on a general hot summer's day, if you're not picky about whether you eat something icy or creamy, see, this is when Splice fits into that mid category where it's a little icy and creamy. And you're like, I want a Splice. But if you're not too picky, $1.85 is a lot better. If you're going to be eating icy poles all summer, $1.85, the price is a lot better. But the taste, I could eat a dozen ice creams more easily than one icy block, I think. It tastes like sweet. I did realize the icy stuff that came off really easily was ice and not the actual icy ball. But for price-wise, sure. Price-wise, why not? But seriously, the choice between an icy pole and something more like an ice cream or a milkshake, or juice, I would choose any of those other ones that cost at least $5. So, I'm like, bring me everything else, one of each, but if you're picking pennies, the icy block or have a large family, the icy block's fine. It's just, you could just buy a big liter of fizzy drink and put in icy blocks in your fridge and it would possibly taste the same. Or you could go a step better and put more sugar with it and it would possibly taste a little more sugary and a little sweeter. That's generally just an icy pop. But if you put it with coconut milk, then that's when you start to consider creamy options with a bit of fruit. That is also very nice. But the air is really quite summery. I would love to be on a train going to the Gold Coast. It only costs like, I know, $3.50 to stay at a hotel for a couple of nights or so. Oh, it depends on the season. Maybe it's $3.50 for one night, I don't know. But I think you can at certain times get it so that's only $100 and something a night. And it's like 2 nights by the beach is like $3.50. And that's kind of affordable. Especially if you're working. So you're sort of like, I would love to be by the beach and staying a couple of nights, eating takeaway. I usually only do that as a celebration-y thing for when I have more money than usual to spend. Look at the tree. It's a tree. But I don't really have that kind of money. I mean, I do have the money. I just don't really feel like it. But I'm kind of getting, the more I walk outside, it gives me more summery vibes and it makes me like, you know what, I do feel like actually going on a holiday. That would be nice. Just to eat pizza, eat whatever, takeaways, beer, chips and stuff. Visit a couple of places and visit the beach just for a walk and fling your toes in the water and then come back and be like, yay, I took my 2-day holiday. 3 days if I have more money than usual. After 3 days it gets kind of boring and I'm like, why did I tell myself to book in for a whole week that's when I start being like, I'm so bored. Even television is like boring, and then you're like, it makes a difference when you go with people and when you don't, because you get a lot more bored a lot more quickly. There's no conversations, and you're just like, why did I do this to myself? Why did I come here? And then you might look at the views at night and be like, yeah, that's why I came here. I went to do something different and be somewhere else rather than my normal tucked in lifestyle, which has nothing to do with anything but my room. I'm like, that's why I do it, just to get myself out there and broaden my horizons and stuff like that. So yeah, but today I actually felt like traveling. I woke up this morning in this mood. I only realized I wanted to travel ever since I realized I hit my new job, but which promises me fairly much no income, I would expect, even after a few days. So, and then I'm like, maybe I'll be crazy by the middle of the week, and then I'm like, that's it. By Friday, I'm going off and traipsing off around somewhere else. Because jobs like that just frustrate you so much. But you're like, that's it. I'm giving up. I'm taking a break. Usually, funnily enough, when I do take a break after I've applied for jobs, someone rings me. Always, every time. Someone rings me for some sort of interview. And I'm like, and then I have an interview while I'm on vacation. That's pretty interesting. It feels like you're further away from any workplace, and then you're like, yeah, I applied for such and such a job, and then I'm usually in a much better mood when I do interviews when abroad than if I do interviews and I'm stuck in my room crabby because my last job sucked, or crabby because I have no money. And usually on holidays it's not really about making impressions, because I'm usually like distracted by the fact that it's beautiful outside and I want to go walking around outside for an adventure or sightseeing. But yeah, anyway, so I'll test my sanity by the end of this week, because after today I was like, I give up on this job. I didn't want to do it. It's just wasting my time and earning less than my current job, which of the same nature. And then I'm like, a couple more days of this and I'll be giving it up. I'll be giving it up. I don't see results. It's not good enough. I'm not going to waste 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day. Hi, chickies. Look at those chickies. Instead of got dogs, got chickens now. It's cute. Hello. I don't have food for you. You wish I did. What's that? Bricklaying. Oh. I better move on. When the chickens is climbing up the log thing, they can injure themselves if they jump from too high a height. So better off walking around. Must be okay for them. Cute. I like a variety of chickens. and there's an open gate so the chickens could stalk you. Stalking chickens. I think that's funny. But I've been pretty sad all day. I have memories of a couple of years ago when I bought some houses and a relative got in the way of me taking it easy and feeling like I made it. Like I don't have to worry about things anymore, and everyone just robbed me of everything. Money, my stuff, the house. That's 3 houses in one go, and my money and expensive belongings. They just feel it like your relatives are making a scene, so we're going to take everything away from you. And every time I think about it, I think how I should take calls from relatives, how I should put myself a length further away from them, and stuff like that. And this year, no one's like saying thank you for the gift or anything. Everyone's just like taking gifts and not really thanking you for them. And I'm like, well, if it's going to be kind of snooty like that, it's like, I think I'm just going to give up. So next year, my ambition, stop contacting relatives. Do consider them your enemy and create a greater distance. Don't bother about anything. They don't want to celebrate it anyways. So that's kind of in the back of my mind too. More distance, less communication, no more celebrations because no one really wants them anyways. They don't want to even really talk to you. And then you're like, yes, I can do it. I can not pick up the phone to gossip. That is my biggest challenge of them all. When I feel like talking, I'm like, I can do it. I cannot pick up the phone. Really, truly. I can distract myself with something else and then have my paradise of thoughts, which could lead me one direction or another perhaps. And I'm like, it really sucks that you're starting from rock bottom again, because you feel like you've lost. You feel like you can't do it anymore. And you feel like it's never going to happen again. It's never going to happen. Even though the same things happen like at least 4 times in my life. It's never going to happen. And then you're like, I just can't do it. It will never happen. I'm only relying on luck and partly choices, but partly potluck to get an expense and money. And I'm like, to start again. I can't do it. I haven't been able to do anything for 2 years, and I'm like, I just can't do it. I don't see myself the perception of being able to do it. I just want to give up. So the good thing about giving up when you're doing rent-free is that you're unconsciously not using your money down the drain, and you're actually not doing as badly as you are mentally, where things and affordability seem like a very long stretch. It's like looking down this road, but 100% further. It's like looking down this road, but need to walk to the other side of the world. And you're like, and you always think, it's just not ever going to happen, never going to have luck. All my jobs are dried up. All my opportunities are dried up. I'm old, there's nothing in it, there's no way I can do it. And then there's this big pause of silence to when you're standing here and to when you're standing on the other side, and you're like, mentally you feel like you're probably never going to be able to do it, but then you wake up tomorrow and you do. So you're like, it could happen. You have to admit to yourself with some sort of grit in your teeth, it could happen. It could happen again, but it's a long shot. And until that time, you're like kind of a little stressed, kind of waiting, kind of stressed. And then you're like bumming around in the middle of nowhere and thinking, I don't know, crap, you're thinking crap, you know, I'm kind of stuck in the mud, waiting. So let's go on a holiday. $350 doesn't sound so bad when you put it in digit form. You can afford that. I can afford it right now, I just don't. Maybe I should afford it before the end of the year and afford it next year and be like, yes, this is the first year that I take an annual holiday. It only costs $350. It's my budget. Plus another few $100 for spending, but you get the idea. It's not so expensive. You just have to tell yourself that's what you're gonna do.